Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Come on, get with us. We are live. We are in the building, man. Hope that everybody's well this morning. Joining us by YouTube Live. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to us at Dr. A. Nathan Young. Hit us up on YouTube. Thank you to those of you who are joining us by YouTube. Say hello to me when you log on. Let me know you're here. What's up, Tristan, Miss Geraldine, Stephanie? What's happening? Hey, Shanta. What's up, Miss Deb? What's happening, Miss Cynthia? Uh, Janae. Hey, Tashara, how you doing? Hope you're well this morning. Jerry, what's happening, my man? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods, man. Hey, Miss Dion. Jerry, what's up, bro? Miss Eula, hope y'all this morning. Uh, Hope all is well. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this thing, man. What's up, Kendrell? What's happening? Hey, Shanta, how you doing? What's up, Miss Samantha? I'm gonna go ahead and get into this thing and listen. As we're going through it, if you have prayer requests, if you have things that you want me to lift up in prayer, that you want me to be praying for you for, go ahead and drop those in the comments. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, of course, you can put it in my inbox. Uh, Michelle, what's up? Hey, Veronica, what's happening? Hope everybody's doing well this morning, man. Thank you to those of you who are joining us by YouTube. Uh, and for those of you on Facebook, do me a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Dr. A. Nathan Young. So in Second Kings chapter 5, there's a guy named Naaman. And Naaman had a problem that simply he couldn't solve. He had a disease called leprosy. And leprosy was a disease that ate away and rotted your body while you were alive. And it ate away and ate away and ate away and rotted your body while you were alive. And it did that until you died from it. And your life because you were banned from society because it was so contagious and nobody wanted to catch it. Now, a few things about Naaman. Number one, Naaman was the captain of the army for the king of Syria. He was the general. He was a man who had been real successful in life. He was also a servant. He was a honorable man. People liked him. They respected him. He was a hero. Most of us would have liked him. He was popular. He's just a mighty man of valor. He was brave. He had it going on. His life was wonderful. And it would be great if we could stop right there and say, and he lived happily ever after. But the truth is, we can't because Naaman had a big problem. The Bible says that in Second Kings that Naaman was a leper. And I'm sure if you asked Naaman and other people who had leprosy what bothered them about leprosy, it wasn't the leprosy itself. It was what the leprosy did to them that bothered them. See, it was this skin disease that would kill all of the nerve endings of whatever part of the body it affected. So that part of the body eventually became numb, and it would become so numb that you could injure that part of your body and not even realize it because you couldn't feel it. You were forced to live alone so you wouldn't spread this disease, and your family would abandon you. And eventually, you would end up in what was called a leper's camp, where it was full of other lepers. So you would only have contact with other lepers, and you were an outcast for all intents and purposes. And here was Naaman, who was this honorable champion who was respected. He was a servant. He was a captain. He was popular, but he was a leper. And that changed everything for him because even though he had all this going on, he was marked by the fact that he was a leper. And when people looked at him, once he got leprosy, they didn't see a champion, they didn't see a commander, they didn't see a servant, they didn't see a captain. What they saw was a leper. And despite everything he accomplished, despite all of his hard work, despite all of his trying to live right and trying to get it right, He was marked by the fact that he had leprosy. And my question for you this morning is, what's your leprosy? What do you have in your life that paralyzes you every time you go to make a move in the direction of your purpose? What has your life become marked by? Even though you know there's more to you than that, that you're a better person than whatever that is. For some of us, certain areas of our lives have not only been paralyzed, but we've been cut off from being all that God wants us to be and all that we want to be, because even though we got a lot going for us, there is this disease that we're dealing with that's eating away at us. And even though we're trying to ignore it, it's eating at us and stopping us from being who we know we could be if we just faced it. For some of us, it's a sin disease. For others of us, it's not necessarily a sin disease, but a personal failure that we refuse to face. Stuff like old debt and student loans and broken relationships. I'm hearing people already begin to talk about, how next year's going to be their year and how they're not dragging nothing into 2020 out of 2019 that ain't good for them, and how 2020 is going to be this awesome year. Listen to me. 2020, nothing's going to change about 2020 except the date, unless you change it. Let me say it again. Nothing's going to change about 2020 except the date, unless you change it. Watch this. And the first base to changing anything in your life is telling the truth about your life. Some of us got leprosies in our lives that have been plaguing us for years and been eating at us and eating at us and eating at us. And at some point, what you got to do is you got to tell the truth about it. You got to get to the point where you're honest with yourself about it. You got to get to the point where you're honest with yourself about who you are. You got to go back and deal with all of that stuff, that junk that you refused to deal with up to this point, if you're going to make your future better. See, here's the problem. The truth will set you free, but a lot of times it'll hurt first. But watch this. Some stuff that's for my benefit, it's going to hurt first. Some stuff hurts, but it helps me grow. Some stuff is uncomfortable, but it shapes my character. And what we got to learn to do is we got to learn to take the pain when it'll make us better. A couple months ago, I got sick, and the doctor pulled out this big, huge needle. And I was like, man, I don't like needles. And I was like, man, can't you just give me a pill or something? And he said, well, the pill's going to take too long to take effect. You don't need the pill, you need the shot. And he said, we could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. I said, well, you about to earn your money today, because I don't like needles. And I didn't want to face the pain of that big, huge needle. But watch this. If I was going to get better, I had to go through the pain. Watch this. A leprosy in our lives usually results from something that we refuse to face because there's pain associated with it. And even though it'll make us better, even though it'll improve our lives, even though we know we need to get it done, even though we know we need to face it, we refuse to, because every time we think about it, we think about the pain that's going to be associated with going through it. What kind of pain, Pastor? Pain of discipline? What kind of pain? The pain of letting go? What kind of pain? The pain of facing up to the truth about myself? Here's the deal. Naaman was the commander of a whole army. Watch this. We lie to ourselves and tell ourselves, I don't have time. I ain't got time to deal with it. Naaman had a whole army that he was commander of. You think he was busy? Not only that, but he had a family. So in order to get his leprosy cured, what Naaman has to do is he has to leave his family. He has to leave his surroundings. He has to leave the comfort of what he knows and go where the cure is at. So he had to put some stuff on hold in order to get himself right. But watch this. He understood that if he didn't take care of his disease, it was going to continue to haunt him, and eventually it was going to kill him. He knew that if he had tried to keep moving forward while ignoring what was paralyzing him, it would continue to limit him, and eventually it was going to kill him. Watch this, y'all. What truth are you ignoring about yourself that's killing your future? What's robbing you of being the best you? What truth about yourself have you refused to face? And as a result of it, you just can't move forward in life. For most of us, we have areas in our life where we know the truth, but we won't do anything about it. And as a result of it, our lives are stuck right where they're at. And we blame other people, we blame other things. We say we don't have time, but the truth is, some of us need to do what Naaman did. For some stuff, you got to put moving forward on hold and take care of it, or it'll always limit and kill your future. Listen, don't give anything too much power over your life. Let me say that again. Do not give anything too much power over your life. And for some of us, we allow the things of our past to have way too much power over our future. We allow the things of our past to have way too much power over our future. Things like student loans, things like people we need to forgive, things like old relationships that we hanging on to that been dead, things like education that we know we need to go back and get. You know, what's stopping you from moving into your future? You know what's not right about you. You know what's limiting you. But a lot of times the problem is we're in a hurry to move on to what's next. And the problem is that this thing, this leprosy is infecting and affecting every area of our lives, and we keep trying to ignore it. Naaman had to put some stuff on hold. He had to leave some stuff alone and take care of this thing that was going to kill him if he didn't take care of it. Watch this. Why are you trying to move on to the next relationship when you hadn't healed from the last one? Why are you trying to start a business when you hadn't educated yourself on how to run a business? Well, you want a meaningful relationship with people, but you won't forgive them. You want to buy a house, but you hadn't faced your bad credit. Sometimes you got to put on hold what you're trying to do and go back and take care of what you didn't do. Watch this. Don't try to force what doesn't fit. And a lot of times, our lives are too crowded by the things of our past in order to make our future fit. And yet we're trying to force our future to fit into a crowded life that's stuffed with things from the past. Listen to me. When you do that, it ends up costing you way more time than it should. You end up paying longer than you should. You end up staying longer than you should. And get this, at the end of the day, you still don't end up where you were trying to go. Why? Because you won't face the truth about who you are and do something about it. You got to face the truth about who you are and do something about it. Listen to me. Please listen. For a long time, I wouldn't face the truth about myself. You know, I made every excuse in the world about why I wasn't losing weight. I'm genetically predisposed to eating chicken. I'm genetically predisposed to being big. I can't help it. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to eat right. I'm on the go so much that I gotta eat bad because I gotta grab my meal and go. I had every excuse in the world. And until I got to the place where I faced the truth about myself, I just like to eat. I just love to eat, and I don't eat for nutrition. I eat for taste. I love to eat. And until I got to the place where I faced that and told myself the truth about it, I couldn't move forward because I wasn't dealing with reality. There are a whole lot of areas in our lives where we just refuse to deal with reality. And you got to get to the point where you're willing to tell the truth about yourself. I got to be at a place where I'm willing to tell the truth about me. Listen to me. 2020 can be an awesome year for you. It could be a wonderful year for you. It could be the year, like all the preachers tell you, the year of your breakthrough, the year of your blessing. It could be the year of your, showers. It could be the year of that you reach the peak of the mountain. It's going to be the same as 2019 until you tell the truth. Until you get honest with yourself about who you are. Ain't going to be no breakthrough. Ain't going to be no blessing. Ain't going to be none of that unless you get to a place where you're willing to be honest with yourself. Listen to me. Face the truth. When you face the truth, not only are you able to move forward, but you free God's hand up to be able to bless you like you want him to. God bless you, man. Hope to see you on Sunday morning at one of our services, 1148 North Columbia Street in Covington, 745 and 11 o'clock, 57209 Allen Road in Slidell at 9 a.m. Share this video. Somebody else needs to hear it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Dr. A. Nathan Young, man. Go ahead and subscribe there for me. Go do that right now, right after you share this video. I hope you have a happy Thursday. God bless you. I'm out.